was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out.
Oh, this is some noise. Okay, I apologize for that.
I threw in with the kid.
Yeah, it's... You go more balls out at this point, or at least I've decided to do so as well. Because it is the very start of the run.
I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly...
Honestly, you don't need to go this direct path.
No, Steve. The other kind of fun.
And actually, shooting one of these guys doesn't take that much time. But then again, you can go through here and just do that. Okay, we're in there.
Still, one of them reached the water tower. Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you! And truth be told, things weren't much better behind.
Man, I love the sound of the six shooters in this game. You never use this revolver outside of this very first level. And it's kind of too bad, but they aren't really that great. Like, they are supposed to be the middle ground between the very weak, super fast shooting revolver and the super strong, slow revolver. And it's just basically the worst of both worlds. Like, it doesn't have an advantage over these weapons, and that's what makes it a worse option.
Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us home. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Oh, I missed his hand. Magic number here is 17.
That's when Charlie got hit. You're catching us in a crossfire, shouted Bill. Get to the other side.
Ah, okay. Those were fast stairs, but they were very sloppy fast stairs. It's fine. Oh god! That sucked though. Well, okay. Ah, barely missed him. Okay. This is a pretty whatever. Level 1. It's fine.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff.
This is such a, like, my god. Like, before today, I would have said this is the easiest level in the game and there's nothing you really need to look out for. Now, after I've practiced it and I know how to save time in that level, which is very minuscule time obviously, but still. It's now like one of the hardest levels for me. Because I know what I can do wrong and it's so easy to do wrong. And it is very much time lost and time saved.
You challenged him to a show.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your
I know that feel really well, yeah. I think I'm also the only person, like from any runner, that actually pays attention in this first level. But I've actually found ways to save time. It's... yeah. It's a burden. It's a burden. Okay. This was the first time I've done a good Pat Garrett fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy.
I'm still gonna be like minus, plus 2 seconds.
So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
Yeah, plus 2 sounds about right. That ladder really sucked.
Stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just...
Yeah, okay. Refunked had me somewhat
So what
like that.
happened?
Dude, Refunked is a crazy good game. Thought I was never the only person to pay attention to access, try too hard to save time on early jumps. I guess. I don't know. Refunked is a special game to me because I've only played that to relax. And it's a speed game, obviously, but it's, you know, basically only an IL. Like, it's only an one level that you want to do as best as possible. So, whenever I do those kinds of runs, I always go into chill mode and just relax.
Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guys.
I think that's also something that the game intended to be.
Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers
313?
didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too.
Nice. I have no idea when you played,
My first order of business
so
was
I can't
finding a
tell.
firearm.
I can
Luckily,
tell if that
located
was good
Deputy
or
Bob
not.
Bollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
You know, I still have regrets about that Refunked run I did in one of the Games Done Slows.
I saw Billy through the window.
Like, it was a very
and he
special
yelled that I
submission,
should take to the
but
rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
I think I could have done the delivery of that run a lot better
Oh, yeah.
for what it was supposed to be.
Like a double-barreled Howitzer.
I think it delivered the message, but not that great.
You hardly had to aim the damn.
I don't know if you've watched it or not.
Guards were everywhere looking for it.
That was awkward.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks.
It also didn't help that it was supposed to be a very serious run. And before and after, it was like the goofiest music that was playing. That didn't help.
Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy. See, me and the kid shared a certain
Helen, didn't you know
similarity
about Games
in
Done
build
Slow
and
until
color.
games... Oh, until Slow Smash Life? Really?
Glad I had Deputy Bob's mean ass
That's
shot.
interesting. I didn't expect that. That was a good shot.
Whizzing by my head.
Oh, that was an awful...
Lincoln wanted to put
Okay.
me in the ground.
Whew.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I only got to know Buffalo, Silver, and Zeppi at ESA. They were just some dudes that I befriended.
Killed Bob.
I see, I
Sure he
see.
did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out.
That's cool though.
Hello, Bob. I said, I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Ah,
Some say I fought unfairly, but they weren't the ones looking him in the eye that day.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
okay. Let's not be super confused at the start here. Let's actually just do the normal strat.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh,
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach.
At the
which wasn't
time, work
surprising,
record
being they were
was
such murderous
247.
thieves. The bandits wore red
I
scarves,
see.
so I knew they worked for the old man. Over there! I did my best to help those poor bastards. Moments later, the attackers were dead. And I checked the stagecoach to see how many.
Dude, I worked so
passengers were
hard
still
to get
breathing.
under 3 minutes in that game.
None.
It was fun though. Like, I never took it serious, but I, you know, played the game whenever I had wanted to have just a bit of a relaxing time.
Got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often do. They were clearing great numbers from above and rained down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to it.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said
Messed up towards the end.
Cowboys
Makes the fact that I
attacked
spent
me
hours just trying to
Apache
optimize the beginning
style.
even worse.
I
Yeah,
was
that's
in a
what happens if
punch
you
battle, but I was holding my
focus
own
too much
against
on the
an
beginning.
overwhelming enemy force.
But that's a mistake that you have to make to learn from it.
See, at the time, I was still pretty green, but often blunder in regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience.
He's in a great position.
I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called
Okay.
for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament. I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears.
Some of the blood spatter sounds absolutely brutal, yeah.
I just kept running like there
You
was
can
no
call it
tomorrow.
brutal, I call it satisfying.
Because there wouldn't be if Quentin and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like
They aren't
murder from
mutually
heaven,
exclusive?
I
Yeah,
found
you're
the
right.
desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good. He would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Okay, let's pay attention on this fight. I've screwed that over today.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs.
Oh, that's one.
I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest.
One.
Because that old fool had a galley
Okay.
gun and enough bullets to last
That was
him
still
through
risky,
the
but For the situation that I was in, that risk was warranted.
But it was just me. Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Nice. This feels like a decent gold.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny.
Okay, let's make a good sawmill actually. The last one I kind of butchered, so let's make this good.
Get 'em ready, boys.
Use the reload animation for timing. I went too fast, no! Ah, I was too anxious.
The old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted it. There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas.
Okay, so I need to wait 100%. Actually, I should take the other shotgun as a visual cue. Like when I start reloading that other shotgun, I should start running.
Where was I?
That is probably the most reliable way.
Cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
At least that was fast.
There were carts everywhere.
Finding setups is hard? No, it's just enough experience.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I know for next
I'm
time.
painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant.
Well, no,
valley
you're
that
right.
was truly
It's hard sometimes.
Consider your picture
But in that
completed.
situation,
What happened
nah,
next?
it's just...
Well,
I didn't
finally, the
know.
bastards
Now I
that were
know.
still alive made a last stand.
New Anno games have multiplayer that don't need
Curly
port
Bill,
forwarding.
Johnny Ringo, and his
Ooh,
compadres took off
that sounds
into the
cool.
lumber yard, and I followed after.
Okay.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to
Man,
be
I'm so glad that Crank told me I should look out for the word cowardice.
He was found
It
dead.
makes this so much nicer to do.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
You have to wait a second to load that checkpoint again. Otherwise, you would have to wait a very long time until the cutscene would start. But if you don't have any sort of cue to do so, it's very hard. I think that start lost me about
I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
6 to 7 seconds. So let's see how much time I will actually lose to it. Ah,
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true.
I'm basically even. Okay, fair enough.
I was paid a healthy bounty for...
What did I mess up in my PB there? I can't remember.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plumber looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits.
The story is so incredibly western. Yeah. Yeah, it got all the names.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing.
In fact, this game actually has a lot of collectibles that you can find. And if you find them, you get backstory to many of the names that you hear in this game.
robbing travelers and hijacking.
Like you get
gold
to know who John Wesley Hardin was, for example, or how old the Western revolvers worked and such. It's very interesting to read through. There's a lot of love that went into this game,
Charlie Crow, the blacksmith.
and you can really feel
I
it.
thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it
Oh, thank God. That bullet is sometimes undodgeable. Depending on how you move to that spot. Oh God. Butcher.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder. A way into the
Okay.
mine from the opposite side.
Please don't let me die.
Long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. I was determined not to give up, however.
You gotta mash so hard for that ladder.
As Sheriff Plummer,
I think I'm the only one who does that part in that way. But it feels more controlled.
the sheriff was up to,
Which is weird to say, because obviously this doesn't sound like
they put on his head would go a long
I'm
way.
confident in what I'm doing, but it's the best strat for me, I think.
Made it my mission to
The alternative is having a really specific jump into the death pit
I wanted to
and
use
hitting
the
a hitting a specific trigger. But there is no way to know where that trigger actually is. Like, everyone that I've watched does that jump different, which is funny.
Another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
That's pretty cool. I guess it is. Like the fact that you have options there. But I'm too scared of that jump to call it cool. Honestly, I wish that wouldn't be too... Like, I wish it wasn't that scary. It's really scary. As scary as this fight. Oh God. Okay.
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right
This is a
away
hard
this
fight.
was gonna take some doing.
Okay. One stick of dynamite, and then... Oh, he ran this way. That's a first. Fuck. No. No, yeah.
So that's how
He never ran that way before. That's interesting.
His crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I
Okay.
So, did you finally...
I love when speedruns have variety in approaches, not even necessary options. Yeah, that is true.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
But honestly,
I thought the Texas Rangers got...
these games, like this game,
Very same saloon
would be one of these things where you would say, well,
Look around and imagine this place painted in
you don't have a lot of options because
Hardin was waiting
it's just
for me.
one straight path that you have to take, and there is one strat that is the fastest. Like, that's what you would think if you would play this game at the start, or run this game at the start, or watch a run of it at the start, but
Let me back up and give you some background
I think you
on this
always
son of
find ways of
a bitch. He deserves
creating
that.
variety.
Don't you think so, Ben?
Like, once you learn a game, you will tend to find your own strats and your own things.
By the end, he
That you feel
confessed
more
to taking
comfortable
the
doing.
lives of 42 men. He was a bona fide folk hero by then,
I think that doesn't apply to every game, but I do feel like that applies
He
to
and his men set up camp outside of town.
many more games than people would think.
Was among them. Shit, it's cold.
Ain't right, we gotta stay out here and watch like this. Shoot that son of a bitch!
Only
Had to
speedruns?
spill a lot of
Oh,
blood to
you
find
only
out Hardin
speedruns.
wasn't in that camp.
I see.
He was corralled
Ah,
by
I
his
missed.
closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the bull's head.
Shit, I didn't even kill him. Okay.
Of my unwelcome presence.
I am such an idiot. Oh, I'm such an idiot. That's normally never a concern, but because A, I lost my sense of depth, and B, I didn't kill the sniper guy, and C, I didn't kill the revolver guy, all that added together created a situation where I was destined to die.
Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption.
Oh, that's unlucky.
John Wesley might have been
I had to pay attention there. I paid too little attention to that part. That was my fault 100%.
In fact, I felt a certain
Oh, that sucks.
hostility. I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived. As a moment later,
Ah,
I was
man, that
facing
was
down
so
the fastest
avoidable.
gun in the West.
That was so avoidable, but I thought, well, I'm already a little bit behind. I can take a little bit of a risk here. I didn't think about it. It was unfortunate as well, because I would have been fine if the guy didn't spawn in the way he did.
And maybe that
But
was
it's fine.
fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
All I'm doing is moving time save to my next run. I hate when people say that, but you know, it's honestly not too bad of a mindset.
That man was faster than grease lightning, but being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now,
Because at least you keep
he
your
was at my
positivity.
mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless avenger took his life. Shot him in the back at a saloon.
Okay. I will take that.
Thank
Yeah, if that's what it takes to keep your head up, yeah. It doesn't really, like, that way of talking to myself doesn't work for me, but I can see how people
mountains so high
use that
they
to their
tickled the
advantage.
nether regions
Like,
of
speed
heaven.
games are definitely like 70% to 80% just mind.
Grey
and
Wolf
your
was a
mindset
Chiricahua
towards what
Apache
you are
medicine
doing.
man who had led a war party in
And the
revenge
other
for
part
a
is just
massacre against his
practicing
people.
grinding.
The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache
So honestly, this
warriors
is
who
fine.
wanted retribution, and were more than willing to die for him.
Let's just go all out here. Let's make it the best Dances with Renegades that I've ever done. Let's fucking go, yo.
This wasn't such a good idea, but now that the shooting has started, there was no backing down. It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas. That's why they had retreated there. I admit that having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again,
We're off to a great start.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout. A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Did I get it? Yes.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry curses. See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide. I wasn't about to back down.
Okay, I'm gonna go
So
all
it
out.
was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit. They had torches on the wall. They thought
Oh, yes!
those murdered by the wolf.
That saved a lot.
I came upon this flooded grotto. That's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed.
Why did I go this all out?
His
Jesus
voice
Christ.
echoed in the shadows.
Okay, it's fine.
Sensed he
This
meant
ain't
me
over.
no harm.
Can't wait till we grind. Yeah.
If you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
It's gonna be fun because you will have to carry me in that game,
Sound of his
like
voice put
heavily.
some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
But I've gotten better in Championship Rally.
Slowly unfolded in
Like,
my
I finally understand how somersaulting works.
To this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow.
And I'm getting better at controlling myself. It's just that the only way of practicing while I was traveling was with my office laptop, which was weird because I couldn't press up and left at the same time without locking up the rest of my keyboard, so I couldn't jump while pressing forward and left. So that kind of limited my options in like corners that went to the left.
There was definitely snakes.
But I still
And
learned a
indeed,
lot.
His warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry Wolverine. They couldn't stop me though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Nice. Nice! Oh my god, that couldn't have
I
been.
swear I couldn't see any way out of
That
this.
couldn't have been any more perfect.
Suddenly, one just appeared, kind of like a miracle.
That sounds awful. It was alright. I just took the left corners like normal without jumping.
Cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking.
Oh, by the way, that ledge was a good reminder to not jump in 130 to hell. I need to remember that consciously.
The meaning of all that mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens
He
of
fell
Apache warriors
from the
aiming
sky.
at me on high. Dozens. Well, maybe
It
not
was
dozens,
raining men.
but there was a lot of
Hallelujah.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady. I had a steep climb up. Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches around here.
I was about to fail that last shot. That would have been very,
God be my
very awful. Okay.
Come on, who are you kidding?
You can't really carry co-op is basically just trying to get as close time to each other as we can while being on the same map, because co-op is basically the worst time between both of us.
Surrounded
Oh.
by 100 Apache
Oh.
warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to
Oh, well then.
but there were a lot.
Why? Why doesn't this work? This used to be consistent. But my position is just so perfect that I create 5 blind spots to every spawn point. I need to find a better spot at that point. Was that everyone? Yeah. Okay, that was fast.
Appeared before me that I had not seen before. I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
It's still gonna be gold. Boom.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting.
There you go. There you go. I'm happy that I'm still in the position where I can say, yeah, whatever, I'll take the time loss. Let me just go all out. That luxury I won't have for too long, I think.
Heads to rob 2 banks at the same time.
This transfer co-op is letting one people get quick start and then keeping at the distance between each other so we don't mess up the jumps. Yeah, that's probably true.
They had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
Oh.
This bounty hunter knew that the
Ah.
marshals were far too proud to ever lay down their guns.
Yeah.
He went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Sorry if I'm getting less talkative, but I'm realizing that I
He saw a way to
get a bit more tired and therefore I need to move more of my focus to the game rather to talking.
danger as he did. It's brave men like him who risk their lives to tame this wild country.
This is also a level where I need to make conscious decisions. Because up until recently I did this level very differently.
Heroic men like him who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Over there! Jim Howard's beat Davy defending the Alamo. Blam! Blam! Came away victorious.
Thank you.
Taking out these Daltons.
I will get that PV hopefully.
Silas Greaves. And when the dust finally settled, he was
Oh,
the
man.
last man standing.
Also hydration.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened. It was early evening, not high noon. Daltons blew up a safe, and we're all set to hightail it out of
Oh, that's gonna be a good
Those
one.
pathetic deputies
Oh,
surrounding
never
the
mind.
bank were
He can
dropping
do
like
some
flies.
cool flips. Okay. That next quick time event is the hardest in the game. I somehow am just super slow on that, and I don't know why.
Reckless.
It feels like the reflection of the shotgun overlaps with the QTE symbols,
Bastards decided to rob two banks
so it's
at
an
the same
awkward one.
time in the same town where everybody knew them. They still had friends.
Yeah, okay.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions.
Nice. I didn't even see that behind guy, I just shot out of instinct, knowing that there was a second guy, and it worked out perfectly.
I found
That
myself
was-
in the middle of
that was
another
good.
shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting.
Oh no!
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery
Oh,
in
man.
Coffeyville. He's the only
I suck at
Dalton
those
who
fights
did.
so hard.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
Nice. Okay. This is the hardest level in the game. Incoming.
It took me a
Looks like
couple
you
of
want
days
to me.
track
This
the
this
Daltons
ain't
down.
over. This is long from being over.
And in that time,
This
a
is the
whole
hardest
posse of local
part.
vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
No.
They
Yes.
seemed as determined as me to
No.
find those outlaws.
Oh, whatever.
But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I
That
had
was
my
awkward.
own private army.
I keep forgetting to get that short barrel rifle. That's a strat I've only
It was early
done
fall, right?
from today.
Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather
God damn
on
it.
your side.
By my recollection, it was
Yeah, this is a really slow start.
It was tough to stay on a
It's
true
fine though.
course.
I can save a lot of time at the end with the Gatling
It
part.
was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood.
Uh-oh. He got a lot of damage in.
Some bitches ahead of me wanted to do me harm, so I had to face them alone.
Okay.
I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shot.
This is fine.
So did you find the Daltons? Not yet. But I did have the questionable
Yeah.
pleasure of meeting a few of their friends. The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause. But look, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes.
Okay.
I scrambled
Start
up
could
trying
have
to get a
been
better view,
a lot
but
faster,
just ended up falling inside.
but it's fine.
How did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running through the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve. Steve.
What is getting to you? Slowly getting a headache? Yeah, I hear ya.
No, I'm listening.
It's insane, the heat today. It's
Indians
just,
surrounded
it's
me
really
from
insane.
all sides.
Indians? They were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp? Bounty hunters!
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
Uh-oh.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. Two cans of
Please.
or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
Okay, I'm gonna take... Wait, hold up. This could work without... Nice! I was ready to take that sense of death there, but I somehow survived.
That's when
I have no idea how.
steamboat.
Holy crap. That shouldn't have worked.
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck.
Okay.
Really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
More gold? I don't know about that. That start was really sloppy. I'm
Does
gonna...
that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat
We'll see.
with a goddamn
We'll see.
army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high. And those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I saw some familiar faces. Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am.
Oh, I would have been able to do the crazy thing there. There's a crazy hard jump that you can do, but it's super precise.
Plus, I'm stubborn as hell. Right about then,
Lol.
the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned
Not gonna
at a
lie, this
cabin
run is
in the
making
middle
me
of
want
the
to
top
speedrun a
deck,
shooter.
pointing
Go for
me
it.
directly at the Daltons. I finally had them after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out!
I was waiting intentionally so I could hit that trigger.
You to hell!
I feel like I went a bit too fast there, so this is something that I need to take.
Had played me like
I hope this works out now.
apparently the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to
Yeah, this worked out.
burn me alive.
If you don't hit a certain trigger there, this part won't
A burning labyrinth
work like normal.
proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a fight.
About that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
We're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Oh man, that was a fast run.
Say that the Titanic
That was so fast. Okay. I will stick to my guns and switch on 16 and hope for the best.
a lot of smoke that day, so I
Last run, this strat didn't work because I somehow didn't get a guy to spawn. Let's hope this works. 15, 16. Nice. Okay, it worked. That was perfect. And then there. Oh my god, that Gatling part was the most perfect I've ever had.
we're in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their
Speedrun.com is under a lot of pressure right now. Yeah, that happens. That happens. Come on.
They got it wrong.
More gold?
Sad
Let's
end
see.
for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was
Oh my
still
god,
alive,
holy
this
crap,
was
I'm
worse.
far ahead. That start was horrible though.
14 years later, he moved to California and sold.
That start was horrible and it's still so much gold. Holy shit. Yo. Yo. That's crazy.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains.
Let's keep the gold train
Led by
going.
Butch Cassidy. They were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid and that murderous hombre.
Okay, let me
Roscoe Bob Bryant.
do the save run here. I don't feel comfortable with with left side today. You can do a super risky run there to the left of that box. It's basically a pixel run. And if you miss it, you run off. It saves a second. Not today.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was...
That was unnecessary. Oh no.
found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole pack.
Because I had little ammo, my brain told me to go focus mode there. But that was the wrong decision.
As I mentioned before. Times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back. I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding
Okay.
in, guns a-blazing to help?
Get yourself some water, people. Okay.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual. Who the hell is that? My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
That one money bill took away most of my field of view. That was funny. That was also good.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice.
Oh
The
man,
only survivor who welcomed
I'm so
me
not
was
ready for
George
130 to hell.
Curry.
Who was he?
Oh god, help me.
The gang.
Okay, I can
Sundance,
jump.
I mean.
I cannot jump on
And
that
Curry.
specific
And
part
maybe
on
Elsie
130 to
Ray.
hell.
Though some folks
Oh.
might dispute that.
Oh, actually, it's gonna be crazy hard to not lose time there. Because my 130 was super good on my PB. Uh-oh. Oh! Ah!
Cassidy and the Sundance Kid
I had to
decided
dodge
leave
preemptively there. I screwed up my focus.
camp for South America.
Oh. Oh my god. Holy shit. George Flatnose Curry is an astonishingly difficult duel.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang.
He's a
So I
hard
took to
duel.
their trail.
My god.
As I was still in
Okay.
pursuit of my brother's killer,
To the moon.
he was back with him.
That kid Curry's kinda creepy.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Whew. What?
Old Bob
How did he
wasn't
survive?
among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I
That's
just needed a
fascinating.
clue as to
Okay.
their
I didn't think he
whereabouts.
would survive that. But also that taught me another thing.
Then
I
found
finally understand how
a
that
map with
dialogue
their
skip
whole
works.
plan clearly marked.
I can't
This
go
time
too
they
much
were
forward
fixing
in
to
that
blow up
spot.
a train trestle,
Otherwise dialogue would
property
pop
of
up
the Union Pacific.
and extend time here. I always thought I would need to go super fast here to skip that dialogue, but no, it's positioning.
The plan clearly
It's
indicated
100%
how they were fixing
positioning.
to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that happened actually. Okay.
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the wild bunch. It was said that he fathered 85
Okay, let's...
bastard children, though some say it was only 5.
There you go. Didn't die there.
Kid Curry, the bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards.
Okay, got my shot bearer rifle.
A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Okay.
Don't you?
Uh-oh. Okay.
But the wild bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd
Uh-oh.
get my way from
Okay.
So, what happened next?
I had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
That was really good.
It must have been terrible.
You want to lose as you want to use as little focus as possible there to move in full speed, and I barely used any.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress. Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear. So I proceeded onward. I realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate
That was
path
early.
forward. Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back
Okay,
to
don't
the
jump,
bridge,
don't
I
jump,
saw
don't jump, don't
something
jump.
that concerned me. It was
Figure
a
out why it's
long
getting a
burning
headache.
fuse,
Oh.
and it was moving fast
That's
as
good.
hell.
What was the
I had to
reason?
catch it.
Don't jump, don't jump, don't jump.
The burning fuse was so damn quick.
Yeah, I was
had
too
to run
fast.
like the wind.
I actually was too fast.
No.
Which is weird because I got stuck there because my movement was actually bad. So, no, I couldn't have been too fast. There must have been something that I skipped.
Of course, I was successful, or clearly. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass, as I was not a young man anymore.
Kill that SOB!
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me. Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this
Nice.
tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Deviated septum, generally flat breathing, makes me have to switch to breathing manually because I wasn't getting proper oxygen. Whoa, okay. What's a deviated septum?
Yeah, you know you can't.
So that's interesting. You've also reminded myself to
I brought that tunnel down.
take deep breaths in between.
Kid Curry
So thank you for that.
himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Okay, let's not screw up that duel. Okay, this is probably good. That was
Fast
perfect.
as he was.
The thing that splits your two nostrils. Mine's basically curved and blocks 1.5 nostrils. That is
And as he lay
weird.
wounded, I demanded
That's
to know the
interesting, damn.
whereabouts of Roscoe
That sounds
Bob
unfortunate.
Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him. Those were his last words.
So, that was a really good 130 to hell. Really good. The beginning was unfortunate, but it taught me something, so I will learn from that. And the rest was perfect.
Flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
Oh, oh. Can be fixed with surgery, but not guaranteed to be gone forever. That is weird. Damn.
The James boys were experts at this. They hopped a freight train, having heard.
Okay, let me
there
get
was a
shotguns
big
this time.
payroll in the express safe. So I hopped the same train.
There you go.
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put
Nice.
him forward. Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities?
Surgery will
Suddenly I
probably
have an
happen,
urgent
makes
need to
the
drain
sports
my
really hard.
one-eyed snake.
Yeah,
Well, I've had more
I
than
figured
a
as
few
much.
drinks.
That sounds like something that would hinder your breathing pretty heavily in sports.
Right through there.
So I wish you good luck that when the surgery happens, it will stay gone for at least a long time.
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
That sounds really
He's some
unfortunate.
old drunk looking for
Good
some
luck with
free
that.
liquor.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe it. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Boy, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack,
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
Also, I now have even more respect that you,
But you seriously
today
think
of all
that
days,
tired old man went toe to toe with Jesse James?
continued your Wii Fit training. Your Wii Ring training, sorry.
Jim was married to the infamous Belle Starr. Of course, I
Oh,
didn't
oh,
know that
okay.
until late. Anyway,
Almost
I
just
made
jumped
my way
right off.
forward the best I could. Around the side, over the roof. At some point, some sumbitch saw me and shouted out, "It's a damn Pinkerton!" I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, uh-oh.
Right about there. I was looking for Jim, shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself. There sure were a lot of men determined to die that day. It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train.
Oh,
I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill
that
me.
was a very awkward sniper part, because if I had missed one more shot, I would have probably died.
You had a showdown with Jesse James?
Again. It happened in my PB as well.
Killed by Bob Ford.
But this one was even closer.
Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you.
Oh my god, that's unlucky.
Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince
It's
him to hang up
manageable.
his guns.
Also
What
doing
about that
lots
Jim
of
fella?
regular deep
What happened to
breathing,
him?
I
meditating
figure
and
he was
such.
up
I
front
see.
with a gun to the
I see.
engineer's head.
That's good.
That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got it.
Okay.
After
I
my
am
showdown
kind of
with Jesse,
hoping
I continued to track
to
his
save
brother,
more time
finding
off this
that
run.
sumbitch Jim.
And these last two levels are the spots that I can heavily improve on. And with heavily, I mean not too much, but I have a good chance of improving over those.
Perfect place to hide out from the
Oh shit.
In fact, before I could find them, some
That ain't
Indians who
that
figured
great of a
red
start,
were
though.
hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were. Indians? They could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then. Hey, how about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul. Now, like that time, did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. Did.
Of course I did. In fact, I can still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Where? What? What?
So, did you
'Kay.
ever find it?
That was alright.
The man you were after.
Not particularly good, it was alright.
You ever think about death?
Mr. Greaves, are you all right?
Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year? What is this that I can't see with ice cold hand taking hold of me? Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year?
So, are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed was indeed that son-bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my brothers.
If I don't get an
He
unlucky
was
shot,
intent
I
on
will go
avoiding
all
my
in on that
vengeance,
sniper part.
But nothing was gonna stop me.
I will go all in on that sniper run. Lack, please.
I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
Let's go. Nice.
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible.
And I will go
for the
directly
demise
to
of
the
his
end.
brother Jesse. I
One.
couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was
Nice.
dead then as well. He backed
This
off
couldn't
and
have
tried to
worked
close
out
in on him.
any better than
He was
that.
still intent on
That
killing
was in fact
When I
perfect.
closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle on me. Hell, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared. I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them. That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 20
I just realized that's the house.
I didn't say he died.
That's
in the
the...
fall, now, did I?
That's part of the house. It's underground. That's funny. Oh my god. That's great.
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life. Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will. At this point, I just don't give a shit. I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else. You want Reed? Have at him. I never did like that bastard. I am done.
Okay.
here.
I don't know what to do in that final fight, honestly. I'll just throw
Parted in peace
as
Frank
much
pointed out
dynamite
the path
as I
to my
can.
prey before making his way back down the hill. I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again.
So what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts. But rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that sumbitch out. Hey, Reed! I shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Bill Star while you're off
You can't
providing
practice
for
this
the
part, by the
family.
way.
She's
This is at the
spreading her
end
legs
of a
wherever
very
Tom,
long
Dick,
level. In
and
fact, this is a
Cole
10-minute
longer.
level.
Not an attractive woman
And you can't
exactly,
reload
but
checkpoint here to
very
practice this
friendly.
part.
At least she was to me.
Son of a bitch!
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding. Eventually, it was just me and Reed.
There is probably a better strat for that.
I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he
I'm gonna
did to
take
my
this fight
brothers.
safe. This is all I will do. Yeah. This should actually work out pretty well. Yeah, that was perfect.
And
I need to be
repay
safe
him
here.
I
Okay,
did.
okay. Okay. We're in there. We are in there.
Well,
This time,
40
I won't
years
forget.
waited to get my
But you
hands
saw
on
how
the
tricky
last
that
of my
was.
brother's killers.
If you hold forward, you will run right past without you even being able to see it. Where? Those are unlucky spawns.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Wright. That son of a bitch had managed to escape my
there.
vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years.
Those are some
By
unfortunate
now, he'd
spawns, but
had
it's
to be
fine.
Close to 70.
But for all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others. For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I've been after that killer forever.
obviously prevailed since you sent me down this way.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack. Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
there was silence all around me. I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here and there. Even over there.
So I am right. You are titched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition. I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me. In the gates of the cemetery,
Shit.
I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remember him. Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun. No ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a falling branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to the dogs.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead. The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead. George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond. Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy.
Where was the third one?
Finally, I
Okay,
saw
there was no third one. I'm going crazy.
The Sundance Kid?
like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before you
Then I heard a
That was a
voice
sick
call
ass
me
flip,
from
my
afar.
guy.
It
I
was
think we're in
Robert
there.
Leroy Parker, aka
Oh my
Butch Cassidy,
god.
coming at me from out of the fog.
That final part.
Thanks for taking
This
care.
final level is so insane for a finale. Like, this ending is so damn intense every single fucking time. But we're in there. I think this is another gold. I would love to think so, at least.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, Parker.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you.
Just skip 116 completely.
Killing you
Sadly, my name is not Ryan
I asked them
Lockwood.
about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and
I won't be able to save that much time. That would be awesome, but no. I was hoping for that as well, but no.
damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question. But those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
Okay, let's go. Last time I got pretty unlucky in this duel. Okay, this is fine. This is perfectly fine.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Holy shit, hold up! Hold the fucking phone!
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army.
Is my name
Everybody knows
actually
that.
Ryan Lockwood?
Legend, but
Has my whole life been a lie?
So, you never
Am I
found out?
actually the truest of legends?
This old sumbitch ain't even Silas
A legend
Grace.
that skips 116 as a whole?
Is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
This is actually coming down to milliseconds.
Oh man, I think
I gotta be the fastest hand in the West, dude. This menuing has to be perfect.
maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with
But I have a bad feeling about this. I have a super bad feeling about this. I don't think it's gonna be enough.
A different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear.
This has to
you.
be the
If
fastest
I could
I've
turn
ever
back the
menued.
clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Yes!
telling me like that, telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob.
I skipped
See
116.
what kind of man you turned out to be.
I skipped 116. Are you kidding me?
See, all those
That shouldn't
years
be
on the
possible.
trail turned me into
That really shouldn't be possible.
Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly
This is
the opposite direction.
nuts.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob?
That is not possible. Also,
What's your name
look at
again?
that sum of best.
It's Eisenhower, sir.
That's under world record.
What are you
The world
planning
record
to do
is
with your life,
1:15:04.
Dwight Eisenhower?
Judging by the fact that most of this run is gold,
So, you want to be a soldier?
this is more than possible. This is in fact
Don't tear down
more
the
than
world
possible
out
to
of
get
anger
world
and
record.
spite like I did. You build it up.
This
You do something decent with
shouldn't
your
be
life, you hear me?
Sir?
the way things go.
Yes, sir.
I've prepared myself for a long journey towards world record.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
This is too nuts. And from what I can tell, Bullets, the one who actually has the world record, has been running this game for months just to get by 116. And I skipped it completely. This is fucked up. It was the Get You PB King message. Honestly,
Won't you spare
agreed. Get You PB King. Holy fuck. Well, honestly, I thought my PB was gonna be hard to beat. But then I started running and got minus 50. So, I didn't think I could improve my final level by this much. I really didn't think like, what did I do? I will never ever beat that gold on that final level ever. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, let's think about this. Where can I actually save time? My 130 to hell at the start, I lost time. But honestly, the rest of that level was pretty goddamn good, so that's equaled out. Not so great train robbery. What happened there? Did I die somewhere? I can't remember that level. Oh, the duel! Oh yeah, that was the weirdest duel I've ever had. Okay, yeah. I can improve upon that. Early game I can improve. It's gonna be tough. I died in one split? I probably did. I probably did die somewhere. If you mean that duel in Not So Great Train Robbery, I didn't die there, but I had to Like, I lost a lot of time there to just survive. That was a messy split. Okay, actually, I need to stop the music to see. Okay, be quick or be dead. Oh yeah! Oh my god! I can save 40 seconds free. Or, okay, it's not 40 seconds, but it's about 30 seconds free. So, holy shit. Yeah, okay, I can save 30 seconds for free, and then I have to bleed time until the end. Oh no. Oh fuck no. Oh shit. Well then.